So hello, Professor. Today we're gonna discuss about the project which was implemented in Central Asia in Uzbekistan. It's a mega hub for repairing and fixing of industrial equipments. Uh, in this hub, business owners, companies, or firms can bring their equipments and repair and fix in the one place because this factory divided into different sectors. So the main reasons why this project was implemented because of geopolitical situation around the world, like tension between United States and China, Russia and Western countries. For that reason, presidents of 5 countries decided to implement one factory in Uzbekistan because Uzbekistan is located in the center of Central Asia, and it would be much faster and easier to communicate between these 5 countries. The main benefits of this project as reducing of the volume of imports of equipments, reducing of outflow of highly qualified staffs, reducing dependence on foreign suppliers or of equipments, and as well. So Timothy will continue to explain about the factory.
Yes. Give me 1 second. Yes. Now looking at specifically at the sectors, there are 5 sectors within the project. First one is automotive industry, administrative and household complex, heavy industry, food industry, and light industry. And so basically when looking at the automotive industry, the total area of the facility is going to account for 27,000 square meters. And the market opportunity is at the size of $1.3 billion. And there's already 80 potentially attracted foreign companies that are interested in this specific project. And now looking at the heavy industry, we can see that the facility's total area is going to be around 189,000 square meters with an estimated opportunity of $887 million and 250 potentially attracted foreign companies that are interested. And moving along to the food industry, in this area, in this case, the total area is going to account for 10,000 square meters. And the market opportunity is at the size of $88 and above million, with 70 potentially attracted foreign companies already interested in pursuing this facility. And now moving on to the light industry, in this case, the total area is going to account for 81,000 square meters with a market opportunity of $669 million and 120 potentially attracted foreign companies that are already being interested in this project. And now we're going to take a look at the marketing dashboard just to get a better understanding of how to analyze the data and the opportunities that we are establishing right here.
So thank you. In this project, unfortunately, we couldn't find a lot of information. We just found the layout of the project and how many equipments will fix during the 1 year, how many foreign companies was attracted, and so on. For that reason, we decided to analyze everything by ourselves. In this chart.
Excuse me. Sorry for the interruption. Could you please let me know specifically where am I supposed to look at? Which graph is the main one, or what should I look at to understand the actual opportunity?
Yeah, sure. The main chart, I think it's number 3. I will explain about that why it's a main one a little bit later. For this market analysis, we use 3 main departments. First of all, is Department of Statistics, Customs, and UN Comtrade, and we did kind of dashboard in Excel, and we got from there medium numbers, and we decided to put it into chart. So if you see chart number 1, here you can see 4 different kind of line graphs, 4 different kind of colors, which means this line graph divided into different type of equipments. Like blue one is automotive industry, green one is heavy industry, then food industry, yellow one is light industry. And the blue chart, table chart, it's overall. For example, if we will see blue line graph in 2017 was imported more than 360 million equipment for $360 million, and it's reached $1.3 billion in 2020. And with combining that, we get we can get the amount of $480 million in 2017, which is reached $1.5 billion in 2022. So next chart number 2.
Wait, sorry. Can you just talk about the third one, just to get a better understanding of the most specifics, and then we can just move on, so that we don't really need to talk about the numbers all the time.
Okay.
Thank you.
So chart number 2.
Number 3, the one that you are mentioning as the most important one and pivotal for this project.
Okay, it's annual depreciation. It means here we can see how many equipments was imported into that country, and by doing 10% of depreciation during the 10 years, we can get market opportunity for this factory. For that reason, it's the most important, I think, because here on chart number 1 and 2, just you can use data from customs, and by using of HS codes, you can calculate everything. But by using of depreciation, you can find out the volume of market. For that reason, it's most important.
Okay, I got it. Thank you very much. That makes much more sense for me.
Yeah. So previously our team member just discussed a few marketing dashboard examples. And then so there are several benefits. So since it's a hub that provides machinery services, implementing matrix to measure the client satisfaction is really important. Having feedback surveys, response time analysis over the overall client ratings, helping the organizations maintain high quality service standards, can ensure result in strong service loyalty among the customers, and also ensure growth and stability within the organization. Next, having a service request analytics is important to implement in the marketing dashboard, because it can help track and analyze the service requests to understand the types of issues clients are facing and with their equipment. For example, the service request data can inform the company service offerings and help prioritize like areas for improvements, such as identify changes in the service and request patterns. This can also help the company to stay in tune on the service management tools and processes in order to attain the desired levels of productivity and quality of service. Lastly, having an equipment downtime monitoring dashboard can help provide real-time insights in the downtime of critical industrial equipment. For example, this allowed the organization to identify patterns, assess the impact on production, and proactively address issues to minimize disruptions. In addition, it can help organizations to minimize the equipment downtime by implementing a comprehensive preventative maintenance program.
This is very interesting. Thank you for sharing those benefits. But do you think you could provide us with some specific recommendations on how we would be able to utilize that?
Yeah, so there are actually a few other recommendations. The first one would be a competitor comparison matrix. It is important to include this because it can help the company to identify the organization's performance matrix with the key competitors, helping the company identify areas for improvement and innovation, such as having a market share matrix that illustrates the market share distribution among the different competitors. This can help the organization to understand which market segments the competitor are targeting, what pricing strategy they're using, and how to extract more margin on fast-paced services and lower the prices when the service is slow. Next, since the company is a service provider, having a employee satisfaction matrix can help measure employee satisfaction within the company. This can provide a comprehensive view of overall well-being and engagement of the workforce within the organization. For example, the matrix will generate valuable insights into enhancing employee job satisfaction and by optimizing the compensation policies and fostering employee motivation. Likewise, the company team members enjoy doing their jobs. They are more likely to get their work done and stay in the company. Plus, happier employees often lead to happier customers. Okay. Lastly, having an inventory status dashboard can help the company provide an overview of spare parts and inventory levels with alerts for low stock and upcoming replenishment. For example, the matrix will pull data from the company's ERP platform, notifying inventory levels for the machinery parts. This can help the company to forecast future inventory levels and help the operation teams and warehouse managers better manage spare parts availability and plan new orders. Inventory dashboards also help service or sales team who use this information to inform their conversation with customers.
Okay, now let's move on to the pitfalls that can be associated with the marketing dashboards. Those are also really important to note down. So firstly, when there's too much or too little information within the marketing dashboard, it can be seen as a significant drawback, because when it comes to having too much information, the user just simply do not know exactly where to look at and what would be like the main graph. For example, the leadership tip is usually mainly focused on trying to understand the profitability. That's what they care the most about, and how this whole project is going to make money. And therefore, simply not having this large number of profits that are expected to be received is going to immediately disinterest the leadership team. And it also depends on who you are presenting the marketing dashboard. For example, with too little information, you just do not have enough evidence for yourself to support your arguments and make a specific final decision and provide the accurate solution. And now moving on to having failure to adapt to technological changes. This is referring to Google Analytics and other data sources that companies use to gather their data. And in this case, we're referring to specifically those seasonal companies that are highly dependent on profits depending on the season. For example, companies such as labeling companies, they are having their largest profit margins on the holiday season. For example, before Christmas, before Thanksgiving, they're experiencing the highest numbers of revenue and profits, which is something that you would want to be showing within your marketing dashboard. And failure to do so is going to complicate the actual opportunity that we're trying to realize, and just make it difficult for the leadership team and the business team to make the final decision on where to move on further along. And now looking into incomplete data integration. This is specifically referring to gathering inaccurate data that is not necessarily helping you to understand the market opportunity, and because of that, the marketing dashboard simply becomes inaccurate and can be seen as a false positive or even a false negative. And therefore, it is very important to understand that once you're putting and building out a marketing dashboard, it is extremely important to have the most appropriate and proper data integration within the system to organize and present the most appropriate data to support your arguments and final decisions that are going to be made by the leadership team. And yes, thank you everyone for this wonderful discussion we had today. We found a lot new things about this company, and just to let you know, here are our sources. And thank you for being here and listening to us.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye. Thank you.